Hello, my name is Katherine Weintraub, and I am the professor of saxophone at the University of South Florida and also Southeastern University. I also am a private instructor of saxophone in Tampa, Florida. So today I'll be providing some tips and tricks on the 11th and 12th grade Soprano Saxophone Allstate Etude. There's just one etude for the audition, so I'll first be just demonstrating the etude and then providing you with some points to keep in mind while you practice. As you can see, this etude is in the lovely key of D flat major. Obviously, this is not a key that we play in all that much, so practice playing in this key, this scale, and get used to tuning the pitches of this scale, especially when it comes to your low, middle, and high D flats, really to try to get those in tune with each other. You're also going to want to decide whether or not you want to employ corrective fingerings for your middle C sharps. On soprano sax, I find that the fingering that works best in order to help with the pitch and timbre is just putting down the side C key. You might consider just using nothing though, so just see what works best for your instrument. For this etude, you're first going to want to practice it without the turns, trills, and grace notes. Make sure that you're comfortable with the pulse and the rhythm of the etude first, and then add these back in with the metronome. In terms of the rhythm, try to be very meticulous from the very start about how you learn the rhythms of this etude. It's, the pulse is on the 8th note, it's very slow, so make sure that you aren't shortchanging any of the longer note values in this etude. You're also going to want to practice achieving smooth, seamless beginnings of gestures and phrases, especially when it comes to notes in the low register, which we get a lot of in this etude. For soprano, you're going to want to think about really trying to keep the embouchure nice and firm, especially for low notes, and I know that seems counterintuitive. We're often taught to exaggeratedly drop our jaw for low notes, but this is actually counterproductive on soprano. In order for the low register to work and not have that horrible gurgling sound, you need to maintain the firmness of your embouchure and also think about using very fast air. In order to achieve smooth, seamless legato lines in this etude, you're going to want to keep the air moving uninterrupted across the lines and also think about having the 4-bar phrases be evident. It may even help to put the metronome on 44 beats per minute and practice in the quarter note. This will make sure that you, one, are very comfortable with the pulse, but it will also help you try and feel the long range continuity of the phrases. In terms of the dynamics, we see a peak or climax of the etude in the 4th measure of the 3rd line with that fortissimo. So try to form all of your other dynamics around this strongest point and really try to bring out the soft dynamics of this etude. Exaggerate those as much as you possibly can. Lastly, vibrato could be a very useful tool in this etude, not only to add an expressive element to the etude, but also to add warmth and intensity to crescendos. I would suggest adding some kind of vibrato warm-up to your practice routine to try and find the appropriate width and speed of the vibrato that would be appropriate for the mood of this lyrical etude. So those are just some tips and tricks on the Soprano Sax 11th and 12th grade Allstate Etude. I hope this helped. In the meantime, good luck and happy practicing.